What a crazy of last couple of days. It's been great. So I've made this video, I want to say early last week. And I was actually just putting the finishing touches up on it, the first clip and the last clip. And Tasha comes in, oh, the water broke. So we had to scurry, head to the hospital. Anyways, so there's a couple of channel updates here. I got a new website, and I just wanted to walk you through it quick. It's nothing complicated. It's pretty small, pretty easy to maneuver. But I just wanted to show you at least what I got going on so far. So yeah, well, let's dig into that and get onto the video. All right, so I'm gonna start putting this the link in the description. So I'm not quite sure the layout on yours, but anyways, so in the description here, you see all the goodies. You got your page here. It brings you up to Silverstone. So anyways, we got the first one. So there's a couple of things that I've had people contact me about or have a hard time finding me on either my Facebook or not so much the YouTube, because that's where you found me right now anyways. So here, let me zoom in a little bit. So my email, you click on this and basically it'll connect you right to my email. My eBay store, so it's nothing yet. I actually used to hand make jigs, so they're still up there. I gotta remove those yet, but you'll see we got the Silverstone up there. So it's coming together. Anyways, let's go back to the so if you want to contact me other than email, like if you actually want to have a conversation, you can go ahead and click right here and it'll bring you right to my Facebook page. Might take a little bit to load. There we go. Anyways, so then you can contact me, you can message me, you can follow through there. I don't do nearly as much posting as I should, but it gives you the couple updates on there. The bigger it gets, the more I'll start putting stuff on there. And then, of course, YouTube. Maybe, you know, you're here to contact me, or you know, whether it's email or Facebook, and you want to go to my channel. This will bring you there. So, and then if you'd like, you can go ahead, join the membership, or the subscription button will be over here. And yeah, if you want to make a donation, you can do that right there. Let's say you want to put it towards something specific, like you want to see me refine something, you go ahead, leave me a message, and that'll forward that donation so I can make sure that I put that money applied to whatever it is you want to see me do. So there's the new website. Really happy with it. They did a nice job. And we're live, so you'll start to see that in all of my description. All right, let's get on to the video. All right, so today we're gonna finish up, but we don't need this. Let's get rid of that. We are gonna finish up my encorded gold. Now, let's get that in the picture here. So what I did was that leftover stuff that I had in the filter, from the ferrous sulfate drop, I just doubled the weight of the gold with silver. So we're sitting about 9 grams worth of encorded gold, and we're going to test that theory. So it needs a couple of rinses with some distilled water, because I did drop this into regular tap water, and yeah, so now we got to get the chlorine off of that so we don't cause a ruckus with the silver chloride. Alright, so I did about 3 rinses. Well, I did 3 rinses with roughly 50 milliliters of distilled water. So that should be alright. Get enough to get the chlorine out of there anyways. We're going to go ahead and start with, and that might be a little much here, but we're going to go with 100 milliliters of distilled water. I need to get my gloves and my goggles on quick. Alright, so we got it all rinsed off here. This first go around, we're going to do a little lot more potent. So we're going to start with roughly 50 milliliters of distilled water. Just enough basically to cover everything. Grab my nitric out here. And let's see. We're going to go with 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. And we will work our way up. If need be, we'll see where this gets us. And we're going to throw this on some heat. Let me set my nitric down. There we go. Get back in here. Crank that up a little bit. Probably could go a little more potent too. Typically we'd see a pretty good reaction right off the bat. So, you know what? I think I'm going to go a little more. I think I am going to go a little more. So if we round up to 10 milliliter or 10 grams of, there we go. Let's see where that gets us. Get that back there. So starting with 18 milliliters of nitric acid with 50 milliliters of distilled water. Alright, let's see where that gets us. Alright, looks like that reaction is done, and we are ready to put some more acid in. So I'm going to get this ready here. We're going to go ahead and take that off. Oh, hold on, gotta get the gloves on. Oh, there we go. It's a little humid in the basement tonight. Right. It is a little toasty. I think we're going to do a couple of rinses here. Looks like some of that stuff crystallized rather quickly. So we can get some of that off the edge there. There we go. Starting to look like gold in there. Alright. I think we're going to do the same thing again. Start with around 50 milliliters of distilled water. Alright. Grab the nitric acid here and start putting it in. Looks like it's staying together nicely. I don't see colloidal gold or anything like that to deal with, so that's nice. So we got 3, 6. We'll go 9. See what happens. You can always save it for later. Put that back on the heat. All right, put my top on here. And there we go. We'll let that run for a little bit. See if we can pull any more color out of there. Depending on how this one goes, we may just run. Well, the next one I'll do a whole nother boil but I'm going to make sure that I rinse this one off fairly well with distilled water, just so we don't have any sort of color in there when I add the nitric, because then I'll be able to tell if we have any base metals in there or not. So we'll let this one run, and I'll get back to you. Alright, let's say this reaction is done. Hold on, let me get my gloves on. Hold on. Alright. Well, we got a little blue out of there. I think this is going to be it. Alright. Let's rinse this off a little bit. Make sure we get all the color out of there, and we'll do one more boil on this. See, that looks pretty clean, huh? I don't see any other color out of there. It's held together really nicely too, by the way. I was almost worried we were going to have to deal with that colloidal gold. We'll give it one more rinse, just to make sure. One more rinse. We can do it. All right. Get it all stirred up. There we go. And all right. I'm gonna have to put a little piece of sterling in there, I think, because I imagine we've got some leftover nitric from that last batch. And we're gonna go with another 50. Grab my nitric here. All right. Let's see. I have a feeling we're not going to really get anything out of this. So this is all going to be saved for later. So I got 9 more milliliters of nitric in there. And we're going to go ahead and put that right back on the heat. Back in here. And then throw the top on. I think this is it. I think this is going to be it. I imagine, well, I should say, my guess is going to be that in a half hour from now, that is still crystal clear. Any bets? Pause the video. You let me know. See what you got. Alright, so what did you guess? I hope you paused it. So let's see here. Let me grab these guys here. If you guessed clear, you were right. That did nothing. We have all of our base metals out of that bad boy. Alright. Get rid of that. I'm going to let this cool down a little bit before I pour it off into another jug, because I want to save this nitric, because it's still completely usable. We didn't even dissolve anything out of there. Alright, time to go into Aqua Regia with this bad boy. Put a little bit of hydrochloric in there. And I'm sure there's still going to be nitric. Yep, there's still nitric left over. I didn't rinse that. Alright. We are going to put a little bit of nitric in there, though. Alright, let's see here. Move this over. So we got 3. We're going to start with 6. And see where that gets us. On the heat blade it goes. And we need a little bit of a lid here. I'll move that guy over there. right, let's dissolve some gold. A little bit of a close-up of that Aqua Regia. That is a beautiful color. All right, look at this here. We got a beautiful colored Aqua Regia. Pull that off. Looks like our solution is done. Man, look at that. That looks beautiful. Ugh, we got like just a smidgen left. That's not going to take very much nitric. So let's go ahead. Oh, and there's our silver we're pulling out of there. Let me grab some nitric quick. Just through here. And I'm just going to put a very, very little amount in. I just put like 1.5 milliliters in. Maybe just 1 milliliter. Not very much at all. Alright, looks like we've got our reaction fired back up. Here, let me let's see. Scoot that around. See the bubbles there? Nice reaction. Alright, let's set that back on the heat and let that nitric dissolve that gold. That looks really, really clean. Hold on here. There we go. Get you up a little bit. Yeah, it looks really clean. I'm pretty excited for that. Well, we'll let that nitric polish the rest of that that gold off. And then we'll come down here, we'll drop a little bit. Actually, hold on. What I'm going to do, let me get gloved up. And while that is working, we're going to drop a little bit of sulfuric acid in there so we can drop any lead sulfate out of there. And then when we're ready to roll, we can let this cool. We'll put an ice cube in it, drop any silver chloride that could possibly be in there, filter it off. Grab the sulfuric. Those child-proof caps are really, really something to deal with. I don't know what about it is, but they always win. Alright, grab the top of that. A couple drops in. Alright. Well, I'll come back here when the rest is dissolved, and we go ahead and put some distilled water in, dilute it a little bit, go ahead and filter it out. Alright, our reaction is done. Let's see, we don't need this anymore. We do need this, however. And look at that beauty. Let me get you down here. I'm going to turn my heat plate off quick. Alright. Look at that. It is gorgeous. Well, you know what time it is. Scientific straw time. So, to all my new subscribers, I haven't explained this. The scientific straw is literally a straw I put a cut in to hold filters. And it works excellent. Dip it in there. Boom. Just like that, we've got gold in solution. Yeah, buddy. Oh, man. Is that not a gorgeous sight or what? All right, let's go get it. Let's go get it. Well, we got a couple of steps we got to do first. Let's see here. We have to verify that we have all of the nitric out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of sulfamic acid. And if I didn't put enough sulfuric acid in and we still have some nitric acid left, the sulfamic here will convert it into sulfuric and drop the rest of the lead. Little bits at a time, and perfect amount. No reaction whatsoever. The rest of this is going back in my bucket. I'd say we couldn't have made a better, we couldn't have got a better refining. Alright, so next we're going to put a little bit of distilled water in there, cool it off a little bit. I'm just going to double the amount of liquid we have. And 1 second, I'll be right back. We're going to go grab an ice cube. So, I've always been curious. Here's my ice cube. It's just distilled water. So, basically what we're doing here is trying to cool the solution down enough so that we drop all of our silver chloride. So, I've always been curious, wouldn't tap water ice cubes be a great candidate for this? Because they're going to contain, chlorine, which will also precipitate silver chloride, along with the hydrochloric acid. But I don't know. Do we technically need distilled water for this part and this far in the refining? Anyways, we're going to let this cool down. After this ice cube has done dissolved, we'll probably see a little condensation on the outside of the speaker. Maybe not a very big ice cube. Then we'll go ahead and filter this bad boy out. Even though it looks crystal clear as it is, that's great. Alright, our ice is melted, and we have a little bit of condensation on the outside of the beaker. Like I said, it wasn't that big of a ice cube, so it's pretty chilled, and it still looks beautiful, nice and crystal clear. So let's go ahead and filter this out. Alright, we're going to let that filter. I'll do it off camera, and I'm going to clean my beaker while I'm at it. Make sure we can put that gold in something clean, and we're going to go ahead and drop it. Alright, we're getting close. Hold on. We're done filtered out and ready to be poured off. It's kind of humid down here in the basement, so the beaker's a little, or the flask is a little cloudy. Set that down there. Oh yeah, that looks really good. All right. Let's look at this solution quick. It's gorgeous. Nice, crystal clear. I don't think we had any silver chloride in there. It was beautiful. All right, so we're gonna let that rest for a second. I should put a top on it so that it stays beautiful. All right, now, little preparation here. All right, I gotta take my gloves off. Gotta get a little bit of dexterity back. And we have to prep our ferrous sulfate. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit in here. 50 milliliter beaker. That might be a little too small. We'll see here in a minute. A little bit of water. I'm just going to fill the rest of that up. And on the heat it goes. Alright, let's let that dissolve quite a bit. See what we can get into solution there. And then we'll go ahead, drop our gold with some ferrous sulfate. I love that stuff. Alright. Well, we are ready. Let's see if we can pour some of this off here. It's boiling, so it's a little toasty. Alright. Let's let that filter for a minute. I might need a little more. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. And if that's the case, we'll go ahead and make another batch. Alright, and for the new subscribers who hasn't seen the table yet, we're going to break it out. Bam. Instant reaction. There we go. Alright, well, we're going to let that settle for a little bit. We'll come back and we'll do a test on there just to verify that we've got all the gold out of solution. I do have another batch kind of cooking right now, so I'm probably going to filter that off in the meantime. And there we go. Nice gold drop. Alright, let's see if we got all of the gold out of solution or if we have to add a little bit more. Break out the scientific straw. Oh yeah, I would say we still have gold in solution. We need to drop a little bit more. Alright, let's add a little bit more in. There we go. We'll go ahead and test that here in a minute. Alright, did we get all of the gold this time? I would have to say that we did. Excellent. Alright, well, we're going to let this settle overnight, and then we're going to go ahead and clean it up tomorrow and get some nice gold. I'd just like to take a minute right now to thank the Scientific Straw in all of its endeavors. You have treated me very nicely. And there it is. Nice clean gold. Alright, let's start cleaning this bad boy up. Alright, let's pour this gold off. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see here. Get out of the light. Look at that. Gorgeous. Alright, let's get to cleaning that up. Do a couple of boils. Put that up there. and throw the heat on. I don't want to close that all the way. So check this out. This is the silver that I got out of there. Nice fluffy cement silver. I'm probably done with this. This has been sitting here for a little while now. Going on a couple of days. Well, yeah, look at that. Nice little cloves there. So we can go ahead and start rinsing this off too. Alright, first boil. Let's let that cool down a little bit. And let that gold settle again. Alright, and this is our third boil here. Should be starting to look pretty squeaky clean. Oh yeah. Alright, next we'll be doing hydrochloric boil. Alright, a little bit of hydrochloric. Just a little bit. There we go. Throw that back up on the heat. And we're going to let that boil for, I don't know, half hour. Alright. Oh, that is nice and clean now. Look at that. I think we're going to do another boil. Because that is pretty yellow. But look at the gold. Look at how well it sticks together now. Is that not a beautiful thing or what? Alright, let's let that cool down a little bit, and we're going to do one more hydrochloric boil. Oh, I just wanted to add before I go into the other boil, I'm just going to rinse this off real quick with distilled water. Alright, and on to the last hydrochloric boil. Make sure we get all the gold in there where it's supposed to be. Perfect. Back on the heat plate it goes. Alright, so we've been boiling now for quite some time. And I can tell you already that I am happy with this. Let's see here. Let's grab this and I'll show you. See, look at that. We hardly picked up any color, if any at all. I know my HCl does have a tint of yellow into it. And look at how nicely that is sticking together. Perfect. Alright. Well, I'm going to do 3 more boils with distilled water. When we get this all cleaned up, I'll take you along for the melt. Alright. Just did my last boil. Look at that. Look at how well that sticks together. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Alright, well, I'm going to melt this up and we're going to get a weight on it. Alright, there it is. I'm not going to show you that other side yet until I get this this cleaned up in my sulfuric acid and distilled water. It is gorgeous though. Got to get my gloves on here dealing with sulfuric acid. I like my my phalanges to be exactly where they are, which is right here. Alright. Let's go ahead and add a couple mils. Throw that on the heat. Let it boil for a little while. And then we're going to check out that beautiful gold. Got our scaled zeroed out. Look at this beauty. Look at that. Gorgeous. Alright, let's see here. 2.6 grams out of that bad boy. Awesome. Not a bad refining. Real smooth. Can't say I've had a better refining on the channel. Now, only if it was 26 grams, right? Someday. Actually, I gotta say, we're gonna do a pretty good drop here with all the rest of the stuff I got. So, I got the rest of my stock pot to do. So I'll start on that tomorrow. And then I'll start my preparation for refining all of it at once. Should be a beautiful thing. All right. Well, this refining went absolutely perfect. I enjoyed every minute of it. Everything went really smooth. So I'm really hoping that's how we get that 1 ounce gold to come out, because that would be an awesome video. So I'm thinking we're coming up on 800 subs already. Well, we're on the I would say on the fence, over the fence, right? We're, I think, 759 or 760 as the time I'm putting this video. So we've got 40 more. So we have a little while to go, and I'll make sure to put reminders in future videos. But this is going to be the video that I want you to put that we're going to do 800 sub giveaway, and I'll put you exactly how I want to write it in the description. I'm not sure if it gives you the option to copy and paste, or copy what I want. So how I do this now is I just go to this video, and then I go to the filters, and I can actually like type in keywords for my comments. So I just type in that 800 sub giveaway, and it'll pull everyone who types it in, as long as you type it in matching the description. Okay, if you don't make it, if it doesn't match the description, it won't come up when I type it into filter, and then you're not in the contest. So I just want to make sure that you're all in the contest and that you can win. I think we're going to do a similar giveaway. It'll be 1 ounce silver for first place, and then second and third will be roughly 15 grams of silver. So all right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.